right? We are all ready to go, aren't we? Yeah, I know. We're just about set. You're absolutely right about that, little buddy. You are truly right about that. We are ready to get on out of here, aren't we? Yep. And you made dinner for me to celebrate. Well, that was nice. Well, is that what that is right there? Okay. Well, here, let's see. Oh, it's a great big box of macaroni and cheese. Yeah, I do love macaroni and cheese. You are right about that. You're right. Okay, well, we'll check on that later, okay? Okay. No, not a problem. And you're all set and ready to go? Just one more thing. One more thing. And what would that be? Oh, was that what that is? Over there? Oh, here. It's your record collection. Yeah. You like to watch them spin around all day, don't you? Yeah, would explain a couple of things. Okay, well, well, here, let's see what you got over here. I got to put on the glasses for this one, I'm afraid. Okay, what do you got? Oh, you know what you've got here, pal? You've got, oh, yeah, you've got all kinds of, you know what these are? You know what these are? These are records that my mother used to make. Yeah, it's true. You knew my mother was an actress, right? Oh, yeah. Yes, she was. She was a singer, too. Yes, you're absolutely right about that. And she did lots of children's records. Yes, you're right. And you like listening to them, don't you? Yeah. But that's not your favorite. No, it's not your favorite. No. Okay, what's your favorite? This one right here? Yeah, okay. Let me see. What's this record? What is this? Moldavian throat singing. Uh-huh. We're going to be playing that all day, right? Uh-huh. Why don't we put those in the box? Okay? Here, you go put those in the box, all right? Here, let me get these over to you. Okay? Here, you take care of those, okay? And put them in, and we'll take care of that after the show, okay? All right, sounds good to me. Greetings, fellow YouTuber. My name is Tim. Welcome once again to this weekly pile of slop that we like to call GainerWorld Live. If you're new to everything that we do here, it's a little thing that we meticulously slap together once a week just so we can get together, have some fun, just kind of let our hair down, kind of let everything be, and just kind of hang for an hour, because of all the, the coronas and everything like that. We just are gonna, get together. If you're new here, if you haven't been in the chat room, you should do that because there's lots of cool people in there right now. As always, our benevolent producer, DJ Zath, who is also simulcasting us tonight at the often imitated, never duplicated Warp Radio Network. Thank you for that, Zath. Warp-radio.com for all of you in the know. Little sister is there as always, representing the CO. Oh, yeah, got it right that time. You gotta love that. Melissa is there. Hey, Melissa, always good to see you. That's always a good thing. Amu City Games hanging with us this evening. Always good to talk to you, my friend. And tonight is a very big night for all of us. Why is that, you see? Tonight is the night that we will, later on, announce the winner of the When Is Tim Going to Move contest. If you have been a regular, welcome. No, it's not. You're worried when I start talking. Yes, just your general existence. No, I'm kidding. I actually know Amy Zitty and I are good friends. But when you start talking, yes, especially when I hear the word, I was on the internet last night, and that's usually quite terrifying to many people. It's allergies! It's allergies. It's not the coronas. We're not going to die, I swear. But if you are a regular viewer to the show, you know that over the course of the last 6 months, I had been trying, sometimes came real close to it, to buying a new place of residence. And it has finally come to pass, as of recently, and we made a little game out of it. And we had people guess when was the very last day that Plopsy and I will be leaving this particular little place that we have right now, the GainerWorld International Complex, to newer and greener pastures. Many people have sent in their guesses as to when, and tonight we're going to give you the name of the person that came the closest to that date, and we will tell you the date, and we'll do that a little bit later. Let's see who else is in here. Elena is here. Hey, Tim. Hey, Elena. How the heck are you? Everybody just kind of hanging out tonight. That's really a good thing. It's the Rona. Yeah, it is. It's the Coronas. It's the Coronas. That's the only thing that I can tell you. I think it's ex-smoker's cough. Yeah, you're right. After 6 years, you would think that. But yeah, so a lot of cool things going on tonight. Also, a couple of announcements regarding a very good friend of ours, a friend of the show, a friend to the Hugs family. If you're into that, hugs@wrgg.com. By all means, pick it out. Check it out. Great show, great music, great people. I think it was smoking. It wasn't me. I don't believe you. See, people are starting already. I see where this is going. I see where y'all are starting tonight. Did you ever know Zath is asking me, did you ever know a Danny Trusk? I knew a Richard Trusk. Danny Trusk, I don't think Rich, did Rich have a brother? I don't remember that he did, quite honestly. Right, it might have been Richard. Yeah, it might have been, but Trusk, yes, Richard Trusk. Yeah, he and I played together in the Alpha Band. Great guitarist and a hell of a great guy. Yes, I know Rich very well. Just so you know. And even Sister Judy says, yeah, nice guy, great guy. Yeah. If you know him or if you see him, tell him I said hello. I know we kind of I knew a Drew Trusk whose brother was a pro musician. Well, I don't know that Rich had any brothers or siblings. If he did, I didn't know them. I will tell you that much. I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible. I don't know. But here we go. When we're off to the races already. This is the kind of show that I like. And if you're new to this little thing, this is what we do. We kind of hang out for an hour and we talk about different things and we have a lot of fun and we joke around. And I have my 12-string guitar sitting right over here that we'll be playing a couple of songs on later on. And if you're new to it, come on in. By all means, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to know where you're from. And just make sure that you're okay. Because very honestly, that's how this whole show started. When the whole Coronas thing came down, we, that is to say I, decided that I would just do something different. I would do like regular vlogs and just kind of film stuff. But I decided to take it live just to make sure that everybody's okay, that we're not going nuts from the quarantine and the social distancing and all that. And it's turned into quite a thing, actually. And I'm happy to say that. And we've just kind of, and I put it out to the viewing audience. I put it out to you, the viewer. Should we keep it going? And the result was a resounding yes. Why you enjoy this mess, I have no idea. But then there's no accounting for taste. And that ding reminds me that, yes, the lines are open this evening. So if you try to call me on my phone while I'm on the air, yes, I will put you on the air and I will subject you to crass ridicule. So that's because that's what we do around here. So that's going on. Melissa says you're lovely. Why, thank you, my dear. As you are lovely yourself. May I say that you are, shall I say, resplendent? Yes, I think I can say that. So anyway, I have no reason why I was just told I was lovely, but beats other things. So that's okay. So yeah, there's lots of things going on. And we'll wait a few more minutes because, as I said, coming up a little bit, time is lovely. Tim is lovely in a dress. No, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. And if you still have those pictures, burn them. I'm just saying. Resplendent. Great word I haven't heard in a while. See? You need to get out more, Elena. You need to get out more. Reading is fundamental. And I'm hooked on phonics because phonics is hooked on me, which is like being stuck with Band-Aid. And I have no idea where this conversation is going. But anyway. Oh, ain't that the truth? Oh, yeah. But, yeah, we're going to be getting out of here real soon. And we're going to be, and when we do this, we're also going to be taking a break from doing the live shows. I want to, I want to make this very clear because obviously we can't move and broadcast at the same time. Much as I would love to. But I'm afraid it's going to happen. For all intents and purposes, next week is going to be our last live show for a little while. How long, I really don't know. I'd like to say that we're going to be on by Thanksgiving, which I know is a month. But again, you have to understand that my life needs this structure. Elena, don't put that pressure on me, hon. Just don't put that kind of pressure on me. There's the reruns. We'll have plenty of reruns, and we will be back as soon as we can. The fact of the matter is that we need to set up the new place. We've got to get everything. We have got a dedicated room for recording. Zach says maybe he can fill in. That's not a bad idea, dude. If you want to do that, of course, then at the same time, with this is DJ Zeth that we're talking about, and I do want the channel to be here when I get back. Okay? Just saying. Danimal needs you. I need Danimal. I need all you guys. And I appreciate the support that you guys have given me over the last couple of months, over the last couple of years, actually, with the channel itself. But we need to set the room up. One of the things I'm very proud of with the new place is the fact that we do have a dedicated room, a dedicated studio. Did I miss anything important? I'm guessing not, says Amu City. No, you didn't miss anything. Like, you're expecting something from this show? What are you saying? But we do have a dedicated room that we're going to be setting up. And one of the things that it really needs, and this is one of the first thing obvious that we have to do. Thought so. Don't push it, Sparky. We have to paint it because it is red. And when I say red, what I mean to say is this thing is a deep blood rose crimson. And it's going to take a little bit to get this thing to broadcast quality standards. I'm looking at people to come in and paint this thing. Yeah, he has to set up the recording room before he sets up the bedroom. He'll sleep on boxes, but the recording studio will be done, damn it. That's right, Zath. You know it, pal. You know me better than anybody, I think. I think that's the best statement you can think of. Egg cartons on the wall. No. I'm going for actual acoustic tile. Yeah, go for a Kubrick The Shining vibe, says Amy City. Yeah. Allergies. It is allergies. I thought about that. As a matter of fact, I walked in and I looked at this thing, and the first words out of my mouth were, red room. Red room, red room, red room, red room. Because, this thing is just this deep crimson. So, yeah, so we need to do that, and then we have to get everything wired and set up. And so it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to try to get this done as fast as I can. We're going to be on as quick as we can, but next week is going to be our last live show for probably a few weeks, so we can get the new place set up. And because we want it to be ready. I want it to be ready. I want it to be ready for you guys to do this the right way. So I appreciate your patience. Thank you. Maybe it hides the blood stains. So yeah, it's possible. It's possible I might have found where they hid the bodies. Who knows? I'll miss you. Elena, you can get a hold of me. Come on, we've been friends for too long. You know, you can write me, you can phone me, you can text me, you can scream out the window, and well, then again, the neighbors will look at you weird, but then again, don't they already? I'm kidding. So we're gonna be doing that. The bodies are under the oil tanks in the basement. Oh, thanks. Well, lucky who we have here. Oh my gosh, can it be? Is it possible? A trippy connection, aka my brother in sound, my English co-conspirator, none other than my pal Simon Lee, former podcast co-host, and English brother in mayhem. What's going on, dude? I am so glad that you are here. I really do appreciate it. I think that's great. If you text him, don't expect an answer back. No, that's not true. It's Chicagoland. Could be one of Gacy's hideaways. Yeah, thought about that. You know, I walked in, I saw the blood, and just went, close personal friend of the Petersons? Just asking. So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, so yeah, this is gonna be the last one in a little while. Kind of is true though. Now I'll have to do the fill-in. Yeah, I suppose you'll have to, Zeth. So yeah, we'll be doing that. We'll be off for a couple of weeks, and we'll see what happens. By all means, if you do get that board Friday nights, Warp Radio Network, you can always count on our pal DJ Zath to kind of do something. We're not sure what, but that's. Can I send Danimal to you, says Elena? You could, but I can't be responsible for what happens to him when he gets home. You know me better than that. It's going to be a train wreck. Yeah, that's true. Rocking the King Crimson. Yes, we were talking Crimson a little bit earlier. So, yes, thank you very much. I do appreciate that. He always wants to help. Well, that's great. You know, I can help him unload boxes. And trust me, there's plenty of them. We'll have him wire stuff. What do you think, Dan? Huh? You ready to help me wire a studio, man? Let's think about it. In the meantime, I think we pretty much got everybody on board here. So let's do this. About 6 months ago, I went on a journey. And that journey was to find a new place to live. During the course of that journey, I was shut down by more than one condo association. The loan officers didn't know what to do with themselves. And generally things slowed down to a snail's pace. It was basically a crawl is what it was. Recently, I found a place, I'm very happy to say. And to kill the time and to have people, to kind of give people assurance that I wasn't just making all of this up, we devised a little contest. And the contest was, it goes with the red room. Yes, it does, Elizabeth Jacka. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. We were just talking about the red room. Is there a chest freezer in the attic? No. But there is a meat locker in the basement. Does that mean anything? So to keep people entertained, we came up with a contest. And the contest was to come up with the date that I would finally be leaving this particular apartment for pastures new. And I asked people to send the dates in, with the prize being a personally signed 150-gram vinyl copy of my album, Honor Among Thieves, to be sent to you, which I would personally sign, as I said. That time has come. We finally do have a date. I'm very happy to say. And we have a winner. The date, the very last day that we will be leaving this current edition of the GainerWorld International Complex will be October 24th. Yeah, Amy said, yeah, I hey, listen, man, I'm still not down with OBS, okay? I really can't. I want the effects. Well, that's one of the things that we're going to have. DJ's Ass says, and I guessed that. No, you didn't. But you did guess October 12th, which is, in fact, the closest date. So that means that our very own DJ Zath is the winner of a personally signed copy of Honor Among Thieves to have and to hold for his very own until death do he part, or until the thing scratches and dies, whichever comes first. So congrats to Zath. Thank you to everybody who played along. Thank you to everybody for your patience with all this. And Zath, I'll be getting that to you hopefully in the next, I'll try to get that in the mail to you in the next week or so. It's actually sitting over in the corner right now, ready to be mailed out. Simon says, a day before Grayson's birthday. Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. And yeah, I kind of wish I had the old setup, dude. I'd have you on the air because so much has happened to our pal Simon Lee, who is already a daddy and is expecting his second. I believe, when is it, dude? I want to say February. Am I right about that? January, February? Let me know about that. Zaz said, wow, I freaking won something. I can't believe it. No, it's true. It's true, pal. I guessed the 24th, but then submitted the 12th. Of course you did. March. Thank you very much. He's due in March. I say she has an early labor and has it done about February 19th. And then that kid is going to be completely awesome. You know that. I know that. My pull out game this week. That's what you get for being too Catholic, man. I'm telling you. So everybody's saying congrats to Simon. Everybody's saying congrats to Zath. Everybody, congrats to everybody. He's going to be riding a hog in 2 months. Congrats. Oh, man. See, this is what I am going to miss this show. I really am. And I want to get back on the air as fast as I can. And we're going to do it, too. So it's going to be congrats to me. Thank you, Elena. Congrats. I'm not Catholic. I just hate. That's okay. This is YouTube, pal. Okay, Chris was on the show last week. He was in the chat room last week, and he tried doing the same thing. Okay, we got to tone it down. All right, this is YouTube. It's a different gig altogether. But anyway, oh man, yeah. TMI. I can do the show, and you can tune in for it while you're moving the body or couches. Okay. Mike says move to Twitch. No, dude, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I thought about that. I actually thought about doing the show on Twitch, but I have come to the conclusion that the Twitch audience is really harsh. They're very, very, I mean, it's great if you want to play, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, whatever. But if you're an old has-been rocker that wants to just do a talk show for an hour a week, people tend to get harsh. They get a little acidic. And even Zath, Zath is saying, he's been on Twitch Zath will be able to tell you that there's some, that they don't play on Twitch. If they don't like you, that's, Twitch us too, yeah. Yeah, we were on Twitch. Well, were we on Twitch for a while? I don't remember being on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is a rough crowd. So, yeah. So that's going on there. No, I didn't think we were on Twitch. Yeah, we were on YouTube for a little bit, but that was about it. Anyway, Warp was on Twitch. Yeah, no, that much I did know. Let me see here. I'm in a good mood. We'll play this one. said, Judge, Your Honor, hear my plea before you open up your court. I don't crave no sympathy for what I'm about to report. I caught her with this gambling Joe. I warned her about once or twice before. I pulled my knife, I went insane. The rest you already know. I love that part. He said, Judge, Judge, good kind Judge, send me to the electric chair. I said, Judge, Your Honor, buddy, sir, I want to get right out of here. Well, I want to take a journey down to the devil down below. I sliced up my sweet patootie. I gotta reap just what I sow. Said, Judge, Judge, hear me, Judge, and send me to the electric chair. I said, now, Judge, Your Honor, Mr. Barr, please send me to the electric chair. I said, now, Judge, come on, buddy. Hey, yeah, you in the black robe there. I love that girl so dear. Well, I don't want no bondsman to go and set my bail, and I don't want to spend no 99 years stuck in your goddamn stinking cell. Said, Judge, Judge, hear me, Judge, and send me to the electric chair. I said, now, Judge, Your Honor, yeah, you with the funny looking wig, send me to the electric chair. I said, now, Judge, Your Honor, buddy, have a heart. I love that girl so dear. Well, first I cut her with my Barlow and I kinda kicked her in the side. Then I stood there laughing o'er her while she choked, bubbled, and died. The Judge, Judge, hear me, Judge, and send me to the electric chair. And I even dropped my pick at the end. I haven't done that in a long time. Man, that'll give you an idea of just what kind of mood I'm in tonight. Oh! Yeah, try bending over with this tonnage. Anyway, Simon says he'll be back because of coffee. All right, that's cool. Zath will talk. Was that about Judge Reinhold? Kidding. Love you. Yeah. Melissa, I got that really sucked. Nice little love story. Yes, a little song about teenage angst. Anyway, and again, my thanks to everybody who's joining us in the chat room tonight. And if you're new here and if you want to come into the chat room, I swear we don't bite. Except for MU City, he does strange things with ball gags that we just won't go into. Don't be sorry, Melissa. It's okay. We're joking. We're all friends here. It's like a little love fest. I'm going to start singing We Are the World in just a moment. And if I do, somebody please put a pair of sewing needles through my eyes. Let's see. Zath, you and I will talk. I grew up with him. Shut up, Judy. Speaking of growing up, I just read this, and I did not know this happened. They released this the other day, and I'm telling you, I have to get a copy of this. I really do have to get a copy of this because, well, just because it's something that you need to have in your it's something that you need to have in your collection, in your DVD collection, no matter how you look at it. And that is, they have finally cleaned up, digitized, and released the Flintstones. All 6 seasons of the Flintstones on Blu-ray. You gotta love that, okay? I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I have copies of all of the old Looney Tunes, you know, the cartoons and things like that. And one of the things that my boys and we used to love watching every Friday night was Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Got all of those. And you know, the cartoon that, you know, what was the name of the other show that Space Ghost did? No, I can't remember it right off the top of my head. But it was just, yeah, C-Lab 2020, that was another great show. Yeah, all those golden days, all those, the golden Cartoon Network things. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. Amu City, you've got it down. Cartoon Planet, that was it. Thank you very much. 2 of the funniest shows in the history of cartoons, as far as I'm concerned. And I have copies of those. And now they're going to they've digitized and released the Flintstones. Which, I mean, you just got to have it. You know, it's like having all the Simpsons or Family Guy, which I've only got like 5 seasons of Family Guy. I don't have any Simpsons at all. Simply because I know everybody else who does. And I mean, like, to the point where they can like recite full lines from full shows, which to me is kind of scary. Anyway, Azaz says, I was just watching Robot Chicken. Another great show. Another great show. I love Robot Chicken. I don't know what it is about that show, but it is just so incredibly, it's so incredibly inventive. You know, I mean, it's stop action, it's clay motion, but it's just so sick. I have a few seasons on DVD of The Simpsons. If I run across them, they're yours. Okay. I mean, if you're down with that, thanks. You know, like I said, I know people that, you know, can like recite full episodes. Cow AB. Not sure what you're talking about, Melissa. Oh, Cowabunga. Ooh, there's another one. Yeah. You're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But see, you're talking to a guy whose son did 20-something Ninja Turtles. So it's like, you know, we went on to the next level quite a while ago. Allergies. If you're new to the show, it's just allergies, I swear. Cowabunga. Oh, The Simpsons. Yeah, Cowabunga, dude. Yeah, okay. Zath remembers Clutch Cargo and Battle of the Planets. Seth Green's mind created Robot Chicken. Enough said. Yeah, no, you're right about that, Jude. But Zath also remembers Clutch Cargo and Battle of the Planets. You know, it's funny you should mention that. Now, anybody who's not from Chicago is not going to understand this next segment at all. But, yes, I remember Clutch Cargo. I just found videos of them on YouTube recently. But this morning, I don't know how it showed up. I turn on YouTube, and what do they have? They have a segment from The Ray Rayner Show. Now, I thought all of these, no, actually what it was, and I know why it showed up now, I remember now, because it's a fundraiser for the Chicago Museum of Radio and Television. And they had this segment from The Ray Rayner Show. Now, for those of you who didn't grow up in this era, or didn't grow up in this area, the best thing I can say about Ray Rayner is he used to walk in every morning. He did a morning show from like 7 to 8:30. and it was very well known. And he would walk in this jumper, this full like overalls thing, and he would be covered with notes, like sticky notes that he would have like paper clipped to various parts of his body. And he would just, oh, it's time to go in the closet, or it's time for a cartoon, or let's talk about the weather. And I couldn't believe, I thought all of his videotapes were gone, but they're not. And if you ever get a chance, it's very unusual stuff. And the fact, anytime I tell you that we did a lot of weird stuff in the 70s, this is proof. We had a weird human being with stick-it notes on his overalls that he would read to you in the morning. Most times they were orange. Judy says, I live for Paddlefoot. Yeah, and Spinner. On a different note, I came across a bin of old 45s from 68 to 74. Should I buy a player that digitizes these discs? I was blown away by the records I have. Abraham, Martin, and John, early Beatles, all manners of records. In The Dog in the Doghouse, that was Cuddly Dudley. What about Giggle Snort Hotel? Yes, I found there's video of BJ and Dirty Dragon. Yes. Giggle Snort Hotel, the BJ and Dirty Dragon show, all that. That's why I don't even watch TV anymore. I just watch YouTube. To answer Elena's question, and Elena is asking, and this is something I think we can all talk about too. She came across a bin of old records between 68 and 74, a lot of 45. Should I buy a player that digitizes these discs? This is kind of subjective, and this is something that I know at least 3 people in the room are going to be speaking on. I personally say it's subjective, and the reason that I say that is because almost all of those records, if not all of them, have already been digitized and are available on any streaming service. Amazon, Spotify, iTunes, whatever the case may be. And it can also be, re-released on CD. But it's a different sound. Audio files, like say, for example, Zath or myself, or, if some musician was in the room, or, even Amy City for his love of music. If you want that original recorded sound that you grew up with as a kid, then yes, definitely get yourself a record player that you can do that with. If not, see, and even Melissa's chiming in. She says nothing beats vinyl, and that's true. I'm starting to rebuild my vinyl collection again. In fact, people who are regular viewers to my Facebook page, you'll notice every Sunday I'll put a little thing on a record that I will pull out and play every Sunday morning. Are the actual records worth anything? Again, this is subjective. It depends upon the record. And believe me when I tell you, these days, vinyl is a very, very specialized market. There's a wonderful website that I belong to that I'm starting to catalog my vinyl collection in. It's called Discogs, Discogs, Discogs.com. It's like a marketplace, and it's a place to catalog your records. And they will tell you, if you go on there, they can tell you how much the record could actually be worth. Some of them are very expensive. Some of them are really cheap. Great example. 45s. Yeah, 45s are collectibles. People do still collect these things. So yeah, by all means. And even Amu City saying there are YouTube channels who specialize in digitizing old records and they upload the track. And that's very true. If you're just into listening to it, there are many. You can find just about all the songs, entire library on YouTube just to listen to. Zath said, I redesigned a turntable to play LPs and not sound like a cheap tin can digitizing. I have, and I'm very proud of this, I have not one but 2 Audio-Technica LP 120s. One I had customized and modified to play 16-inch transcriptions. because I'm starting to collect all the old radio stuff again. And they do have a USB hookup where you can play these and digitize the records, onto a computer or CD or whatever you need to do. The ultimate question is whether or not I should keep them after they're digitized. I have never, unless it is smashed to bits, have ever gotten rid of a single record that I possess. Only because, and this is something that just kind of came to mind actually. There recently, within the last year, was a fire at the warehouses of one of the biggest, if not the biggest these days, record labels in the world, UMG, Universal Music Group, UMG Vivaldi. And the warehouse held the master tapes to literally thousands of artists. And I'm talking people from Jelly Roll Morton right up to Tool. All these master tapes gone. And even Amy City saying, yeah, that was horrific, right up there with the burning of the Library of Alexandria. Yes, you're right. Because now all these master tapes of all of these historic recordings are gone. Now, Universal had digitized all of these, which is fine. But it doesn't, anytime that you make a copy of anything, whether it's digital or analog or whatever the case may be, and don't even get me started on the differences, but there is a difference in sound quality that ultimately takes away from the original source recording. So the question is, it's a question of nostalgia. Is it a family value to you? Do you like the original sound? I'm looking over in the corner, and one of the things I haven't packed yet is the 50th anniversary edition of Sgt. Pepper that I bought. Now, luckily, they have the original mono recording of that, which sounds much different than the stereo recording or any subsequent remasters. So it's a question of which sound you like. Do you just like the record? When you hold it, does it bring back, memories of, when you were in high school and making out with such and such while the music was playing? It's truly subjective, and I don't want to steer you in any direction. I will say, as I said, any record that I've ever had, I've never thrown out. I may have lost it, but I never threw it out. Degeneration, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Sounds like it's good to digitize and keep the original vinyl. Allergies. It's good to digitize and keep the original vinyl. It's not a bad idea. But I will say this: digitizing your record collection. And I don't want to change your mind. I don't want to dissuade you from anything. I will just tell you from my own experience that digitizing records can be a complete pain in the ass. And I'll tell you why I say that. The inspiration for my annual internet station, Classic Christmas, was brought out by my ex-mother-in-law, who was a big fan of Christmas, and she loved all the old Christmas music. And I mean, when I'm talking old, I'm talking the classics: Nat King Cole, Bing Crosby, Jerry Vale, all that stuff. And I had just learned how to do this. I just learned how to digitize vinyl. And I proceeded to tell her about it. And she said, "Oh, do you mind if, you digitize maybe, my Christmas albums?" I'm like, "Sure, I'd be glad to do that." I was in a mood. 168 albums later. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. But it can be a lot of fun. In fact, some of the stuff that I've got, I cleaned up, and it sounds great if you do it right. If I digitize, I'll have the player that digitizes it such that I can listen to the disc. Yes. And for that, it's going to cost you a little bit of money. But I would truly recommend the player that I've got here. And that, again, it's the Audio-Technica LP120. You can play it on a stereo. You can play it with powered speakers, which is what I do currently. And there's also a USB hookup where I can plug it into the back of my computer. And if I find, like, for example, I got a great copy of Chicago at Carnegie Hall, which I wanted to digitize. And so I just put it on, and while I'm listening to it, I'm digitizing it at the same time. And you will need recording software for that, by the way. The LP120 needs a modification to sound real good, says Zaf. The modification that it needs is with the preamp. I know all about that. I personally don't mind the preamp. I personally don't mind the preamp at all. I like the preamp that they put in there. I am powering them with a pair of Bose Companion 1's, and it's fine to me. It's fine. So, but you can do that. Can you send that name to me, please, somehow? Send the name of the turntable? Do you mean, Elena? If so, yeah. In fact, you know what? We'll talk. If we get a chance, we'll try to talk over the weekend, and I'll give you all that information. Okay. So that won't be a problem. So yeah, digitizing is. I don't know. How did we get onto this? Yes. Watch what Zaz says. That's what it is. The Audio-Technica LP120. It'll cost about $250. But it's well worth it. If you are into vinyl, it is totally worth it. At least I think. This is the best bang for your buck. Don't go with those cheap little Crosley things. They'll chew up your records, and they're just, yeah. Does it play 45s too? Yes. In fact, it even plays 78s. It's one of the reasons why I bought it. Yes. You need a nice, sure stylus. I don't know about that, dude. I don't know. I've got the, I'm using the stock stylus that AT sent. I've been thinking about upgrading to an Ortophon, like the Ortophon Red. But, yeah, I kind of like what's, yeah, we'll definitely be in touch, to be sure. But yeah, it's 3 speeds. And in fact, as I said, I bought a second one that I had modified because I'm now buying these great big 16-inch transcription records. And I bought another one and had it modified to do that. And they're just great. They're just great machines. I swear by them. Changed it out and it made a world of difference. Yeah, some people are like, I don't like the buzz. I've never heard a buzz. I've never heard a buzz with the preamp. If I hook it up, I know that I've got a Technics receiver that I may hook up one day. If that's the case, I may swap it out. We'll see. But the nice thing about that, and I don't know if you're aware of this, is that the preamp on those is switchable. You can actually switch. You don't have to pull out the preamp on that. There's a switch on the back that you can actually go direct into a preamp, to an external preamp. So anyway, yeah, how did we get onto this? Elena wants to digitize records, and I was just now able to talk about digital records and my internet station and all that good stuff. Don't tell Simon he doesn't have to. I won't, Mike. I promise I won't. But you know what? I'm pretty sure he's aware of this by now. Seeing as though the second kid is on the way. So I'm pretty sure he knows what's up. In fact, it's funny because I've got some of Plosty's records here. Pardon me just a second. This is another reason why I was thoroughly amused by some of the 45s I came across last weekend. Lots of fun. Yeah, and I can understand that. One of the scariest places anybody can ever let me loose in is my all-time favorite haunt and it is a place called Beverly Rare Records in the Beverly neighborhood of Chicago on about 116th and Western. Yeah, and their motto simply is, if we don't have it, it hasn't been printed. And this is where I'm getting a lot of this stuff. And this is where a lot of these records that we were using as a prop earlier tonight, Kitty records that I have. And these are things that I've been collecting that my mother recorded back in the late 40s, early 50s. I was starting to find those again. And so obviously I need to digitize these, since that's why I bought the turntable. So let me see here. Replace the whole wire harness and replace the tone arm with the rest of the electronics. It plugs directly into the console with the different outlets, which cancels the noise, and that's a very smart idea. Is that still around? Wow. Okay, if you say so. Oh my God, I know it well. Yes, Beverly Rare Records. Yes, Beverly Rare Records is still around, and they have a site online, and I strongly recommend that you go there, because they're still the greatest people in the whole wide world. That place started near my... Yes, it did. And I came across a yellow, smaller than a 45 Bing Crosby. Yes, okay. I know what you're talking about. And I'll have to send you a recording of my great aunt who sang with the Cleveland Orchestra. Yes, by all means, please do. I came across a yellow smaller than a 45. Yeah, those were the old Peter Pan records, the 78s, that Bing Crosby, used to do as well. He did like the Disney records and things of that nature. So, I've been getting into a couple. I've gotten into a couple of those, just to have, because I had them as a kid. Zath's talking about, where Beverly Records started. Long about that. Yeah, I remember that neighborhood very well, my friend. Very well indeed. So, oh man, the restaurant next to it was the Mayfield. Yes, it was, as a matter of fact. I remember the Mayfield. That was a great place. I don't care what you tell me. That was a terrific little place to eat. Until, obviously, it fell on bad days, but that was a terrific little spot. I remember going there after a couple of shows. And, I would strongly recommend the spaghetti. The Abito Magic Lounge. The Abito Magic Lounge. The Magic Lounge used to be a Pizza Hut. That may have been before my time. Elena's talking about, she's also got records of, Bitter Magic. Oh yeah, Bitter Magic was a lot of fun. They got thrown out of there a couple of times. but we don't talk about that. But Heckle and Jekyll, I had some Heckle and Jekyll. No, I didn't have it, but I'll tell you what I do have that I'm in the process of digitizing is like the old the Bozo records, like Bozo at the Circus, Bozo Has a Party, Bozo Under the Sea, all the old Pinto Colvik stuff. I also got something that I was very, very happy with, and my mother had it as a kid, when I was a kid, that is to say. And that was a Spike Jones record called How the Circus Used to Smile. How the Circus Learned to Smile, I'm sorry. But yeah, we've now gone on to this weird tangent about Kitty records and 78s. And okay, let's not do this. Let me do one more song. Kind of change the mood here a little bit. As long as we're talking about little kids and changing homes and all kinds of things like this, I think it's only appropriate that I play this one song. Have you ever heard of The Thing? Yes. And if you talk about the record, yes. Actually talk to Zath about that, because he'd know that record better than I do. Let me do this one song. This is appropriate. I've done this before, but it's only appropriate that I do it on a day like this. Come and walk a road with me that seems to have no end. Come and walk this town with me that seems not to begin. Come with me and love me, babe. I may have time again. Meantime, I'll keep sailing down this highway in the wind. Evening comes on with the days and follows it with night. Love you and to be with you and say that it's all right. Come with me and love me, babe. We may have time again. Meantime, I'll keep walking down this highway in the wind. There's times I feel like going, and times I want to stay. Times I do not feel too well, and times, well, I'm okay. Now you've got time to love me, babe. We may have time again. Till then I'll keep sailing down this highway in the wind. The fortune teller tells me I have some place to go. Looking, trying to understand and wonder how she knows. So I must be going now. I'm losing time, my friend, looking for a rainbow down this highway in the wind. So I must be going now. I'm losing time, my friend, looking for a rainbow down this highway in the wind. Alrighty then. Oh, there you go. Thought it appropriate to play that as one of the last songs before we get on out of here. Before Tim ends, he has to give everyone the link to my stream, as YouTube blocks them anyway. warp-radio.com. warp-radio.com. You can even see our dear DJ Zath spinning his knobs live on the air, because that's what he does. Anyway, Melissa Sending Hearts, thank you very much. I can play stuff for peeps. By all means, yes, and warp-radio.tv. You can see him live on that. Phrasing. Yes, that's what it's about. All kinds of stuff like that. I want to take time. Thank you for everybody. This is why I love doing this show. This is why I'm going to miss doing it until we get back on. Because we get together and just talk and just be and just have a lot of fun and talk about weird things like kitty records that nobody ever talks about on YouTube shows anymore. And now we find that there's a really good reason for that. Thank you all very much. Yeah, go to Zath's website, warp-radio.com, warp-radio.tv. He does have the thing. He's got all kinds of other neat stuff too. Just check him out. He's got a really nifty little radio station there that we totally recommend. But that'll do it from here. Flopsy and I are going to finish packing. Last week will be our last show here in the current GainerWorld International Complex. Please make a point. Tell all your friends to come on by, because we're going to have a little bit of a party. Don't know what we'll do. Probably more of this crap. But but it'll be fun nonetheless. And as always, let's get the subscriptions up. We're having a lot of fun with that. It'd be a really great ego boost to have 100 subscribers. Why? Because 100's a nice round number. So yeah, by all means, do that whole thing. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification buttons. Do all that fun stuff. In other words, if you like it, hey, you know what to do. Stay safe, stay well. Last show next week. Be here for it. And maybe by then I won't have to end the show like this.